Hi friends, welcome back to my video. Yet again, I'm bringing a video related to Power Automate. So this is about fetching cricket score from a portal called crickbuzz.com and showing the score in the notification area. You can see this is cricket score are being displayed in the Windows notification area. So this is all done using Power Automate. What is Power Automate? Power Automate is Microsoft tool. It is a free tool from Microsoft that you can see right now. It is a free tool from Microsoft. It is absolutely free. This comes with Microsoft Windows 11. So even if you are on Windows 10, you need not to be disappointed. You can get it for free. You can just download and install. So on Windows 11, it comes pre-installed. You don't have to install. So this is the Power Automate interface that you are seeing or you're looking at, right? So let's get started and see how this can be done. You can see the flow it is called flow, whatever automation you want to do, right? This is something called flow in Power Automate area. So this is flow and you see these are the component of flow. If you see on the left side, you see things called actions. Actions are the items that you want to make part of your flow, right? And you are seeing that something is happening, right? So all those numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, and all those are actions. And these actions come from your left side pane. You can just drag and drop whatever action you want. You can do whole lot of things. You can automate Excel, Word, browser, whatever that is endless limit. As far as Power Automate is concerned, this is more very powerful tool, no code, low code tool. You don't have to know anything about any code and you are good with it, right? So as you can see, this is basically launching this web portal and it is doing some JavaScript stuff. You can avoid that also. If you have watched my previous video on Power Automate, you can use UI element to extract the data from web pages. But in this case, I'm using JavaScript because why not? And using the output of JavaScript and feeding that to PowerShell script. Again, don't get concerned or worried about scripting part, but you just copy paste those code. You will be fine. So that PowerShell script will simply read the output from previous JavaScript that we created, and it will call the Windows notification API to display in the notification bar. That notification bar. Sorry. So that's what it is doing. So this is, if you're looking at the JavaScript code that I built, this is basic JavaScript code. So basically what we are doing here, once we are into the portal, we are basically fetching the data from the web page. So for now, since we are going to build a new one, I've just copied the script so that we are going to recreate this from scratch. Okay. So you might have got an idea. So for now, I've just copy pasted my both JavaScript code and PowerShell code so that I don't have to type again, right? So you don't want me to type this thing again, and that would take a lot of time, right? So let's get started. And I've copied all the code for both the JavaScript and PowerShell, but you can do this without code also, since this being no code low code tool. That is a UI selection action that you can select, and you can select any part of UI from the screen, and then you can use that in your flow, right? So in this case, I'm using JavaScript to reduce the number of steps and make it concise and clear. So if you know basic of JavaScript, you should be fine. If you don't know, then also fine. So this is what I'm showing, the Power Automate, the version that you just saw. It's a simple tool for Microsoft no code, low code tool. Let's get started. Let's create a new flow. Just hit the plus icon, put a good name to it, and just click the three dots there and click edit once it is editable, right? So let's do that. We just created a new flow. Sorry guys, I have to do the voiceover because when I was doing uh, live, somehow I did not record audio, so I have to do voiceover. So you may be seeing things out of sync. So pardon that. All right, so we created a flow by clicking new flow. Our flow is ready, it is empty. Now we are going to build our flow, right? So to start with, I will keep it simple. I will have just three steps. One step is to launch a browser. It can be any of browser. Power Automate supports all major browser like Firefox, Chrome, Edge, Internet Explorer. So I'm sticking to Edge because I tested this on Edge, but doesn't matter which browser it is. So just search for Edge in action search box. So you will see launch Edge browser option, and once that pops up, you need to provide the initial URL of the web page that you want it to launch, right? So I've just clicked the edge, I've searched for edge, and my edge action is here. It is launch new Microsoft Edge. I'm going to put initial URL and keep the window state to minimize. So default is normal, maximize, and minimize. So I will keep minimize in this case because I don't want it to launch every few seconds and display this page, right? Because I want to work on other priorities and I don't want it, Power Automate to disturb me while doing all these things, right? So it should basically show in the notification area, not to disturb me while I am at work or doing something else. All right, so for this, I can keep minimize, but it's up to you. If you want to keep maximize, you can keep maximize, or normal is, it will just open in normal mode. All right, so this is the first section. It is to launch a web page, in this case quickbuzz.com, and I will keep the window state to minimize. And once that is done, you can just hit save. So your first action item is ready, right? So as I said, you can use UI element to extract data from web browser, but that will take some trial and error thing, and also it will increase number of steps. But if you don't know JavaScript, that's fine. You can go for that. I have given demo of that in my previous video. So basically, in this page, quickbuzz.com page, if you see, these are scores are stacked in card layout. Basically, it is a list layout, right? And it is unordered list, and inside that you have list items. So I'm looking for that particular item in the page, right? So you can get that by just right clicking and inspecting. That will open the dev tools, and dev tools you can just select particular layout that you are interested. In this case, I am interested wherever it is showing the score, right? So I'm interested in that card layout, and I will grab the class name from that parent div. Once I have that parent div class name, I will all I have to do is just read all the child nodes inside that, and I know the child node, one of the child node which contains the data is list type node, list node type. So I am just filtering that list node type in in my loop when I'm iterating over the this this list item, right? So I don't want to go much deeper into JavaScript because this is no code, low code tool. So let's stick to no code, low code approach. Like let's not go deep into JavaScript. But if you guys want to deep session on that, I can do that maybe in some other video, right? All right, so let's do that. Let's search for JavaScript action and just double click it, and we need to just copy paste the script. I will share the script with you either on my GitHub page or my blog, or I will give all those details in the description. So don't worry about it. All right. So since we have already copied our JavaScript, all I'm going to do is just copy paste that. So I will be copy pasting that code and we will be good to go. So let me copy paste. So this is the JavaScript that is responsible to pull that particular area of web page and grab the text content. So that's all it does. Again, as I said, there is an alternate way with the UI element. You can do that. That is easier for a non-developer person. So that will be easier for even beginner automation person too. If you're slightly advanced or intermediate, you can go for this route. All right. This will reduce your number of action. That's it. And with UI extraction, it is kind of a patience game. You have to be patient. You have to look for the correct element on your web page to extract those data. All right. So next part would be adding the PowerShell part. PowerShell, why PowerShell? Because we need PowerShell to send notification to Windows notification area. As you know, PowerShell comes pre-installed on all Windows machine. So it will be better if you use PowerShell rather than any other uh, language, right? Like Python or anything. So PowerShell comes pre-installed, so that is why I'm using PowerShell. And with PowerShell, I will be calling the native Windows API to make that toast notification. So whatever notification you are seeing, it's called toast notification in Windows parlance. So that is what it is. So the next step is to search for a PowerShell script, and we will be executing PowerShell script. So that script is also shared with you. So you can just copy paste that script, and our mm, our flow would be ready, right? So let me, okay, before going to PowerShell, let me show you what are the automation available for browser. You can see there are a lot of actions available for browser automation. As I said, you can use UI extraction using part of the browser automation. You can extract through UI instead of going through code route. But as I said, that takes little patience because you need to extract a particular specific element. You need to be patient if your screen is changing a lot, right? So those are the options that was there. So let's search for PowerShell. Okay, so run PowerShell script, and since we have already copied our working PowerShell script, just copy paste. So basically what we are doing, if you see the first line, that is result, that result is basically a variable that is coming out of the previous step from JavaScript that we ran, right? So JavaScript would produce a variable called result. So you can see that by just clicking that three vertical dots on the JavaScript action step. I will show you that in a few. Okay, so this PowerShell script is doing basically reading from JavaScript output and converting that to an array and then iterating over the array and sending a toast notification. Okay, so if you see in the JavaScript step, variable produce, right? So that is our result output. That is a result variable. So that is the variable that we will be reading in our PowerShell script. So that's all I'm doing in the PowerShell script. I'm reading the output from JavaScript. So that's all this script does. It basically reads from previous step, that is JavaScript, and it calls a Windows Toast API and send the toast notification or notification to be make it simpler notification in the notification area or taskbar, whatever you want to call it. All right. So that's all we are doing as far as this flow is concerned. So now we will be running this. Let me hit the play button and the flow has started. It will first launch Edge browser, then it will execute JavaScript, and finally our PowerShell script to to show the notification or show the toast notification near your notification or taskbar area, right? So flow has started. It has opened Edge browser. It has done the JavaScript part. Now notification has come. Wonderful, right? So next few steps you will see how we can mm, make it do again and again, right? So for that we need to do something called loop, right? So in programming we use infinite loop, we use while, right? So we'll be doing similar kind of thing. So we need to search for loop. So we'll be doing infinite loop, but if it is too fast, then it will not work, right? So condition would be 1 equal to 1. Basically, that means it is it is going to be an infinite loop, right? So it's a never-ending loop. So just copy, drag and drop, or copy paste everything inside the loop, so that this runs endlessly or infinitely, right? Infinitely, whatever. And at the same time, we need to make sure this does not run fast, right? So it will be running fast. So we need to wait for some time, right? So we need to search for one more action called wait. And basically the wait will pause your application for number of specified seconds, right? So that is so that there will be a delay introduced. Otherwise, your loop will finish fast, and since notification takes some time to appear and disappear, so we need to adjust based on that. So I have set 30 seconds, but doesn't matter. You can set 60 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever one. It is in seconds. You have to specify that. And also it will keep on launching Edge browser instance. So we need to close browser, right? In after each iteration, we need to make sure we are launching and closing browser. So how to close that? Just search for close or search for browser. There will be a close browser, and just add that action. It has automatically detected that the browser is a variable that was opened previously because that is the default variable. That's it. So basically, we are launching browser, extracting data using JavaScript. Then using PowerShell script, we are sending that to notification area, the cricket score that we got from JavaScript, and waiting for whatever seconds you mentioned, in this case 30 seconds, and finally closing the browser. And repeating this again and again because we are in a endless loop. And that's it. You will be getting your cricket score. You don't have to look at website. You don't have to install any third-party tool. All the scores will be delivered to your notification area. You can use this at your work because PowerShell is free. It's part of Microsoft OS, Windows 11 especially. So it is free and you are free to use. You can show off this at your work, at home. You can impress your friends and family, at office, or to your manager. I hope you might have liked it. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, and share. And please do share your feedback. I will update all those things, all the scripts and other things in the description area. And also, please read my blog or if possible, subscribe it. Thank you. Bye bye.